wanted me to play it again. What's up, guys? Hey, welcome back to Lighting for Liberty. How y'all doing?
Hey, change the logo, man. This ain't your
Oh,
channel.
you're right. I do need to change the logo. Let me at least take that off. I don't think we have a Lighting for Liberty one in there, but there we go. At least it's not going to confuse people.
What kind of half-ass production is this?
I'm telling you right now, it's like we're running multiple shows in a day or some shit. What the fuck? It's crazy.
My third, man.
Oh shit.
I apologize if there's dogs and chainsaws and all sorts of shit. They're cutting up trees around the neighborhood here.
And chainsaws. As long as it's not dogs with chainsaws, I think we're probably good.
That could get interesting. Hey.
Yeah, especially with that one.
What's going on, man?
Man, it's just been sitting here playing around and trying to figure out more of this Nostr stuff. I've been diving in deep and fucking around with relays and shit like that. Not seeing if I can manage to make something happen, at least understand the landscape of things, and playing with the old Nostr nests a little bit and seeing what's what. So that's been interesting.
Yeah,
I have that in as something for this show, but I haven't figured out yet the logistics of being able to do multi-party on there yet. So
yeah, I signed up and got all my stuff set up I got a Nostr nest, and I've been just broadcasting my show there in the morning.
Yeah,
and we jumped on after on Monday, and that was interesting. Right. It would take some getting used to. I think there's a functionality for it. I think like an after discussion panel for different live feeds. I think it could be powerful for that, or some sort of ending question to a show where you go and then discuss it. I think it could be a valuable tool.
Yeah, I think
it's a cool hangout idea for a weekend night or something. Just blast it out on your social that you're just hanging out. And then the functionality, obviously the productivity, its original use is, for programmers to get together and brainstorm and kind of mastermind.
Yeah, and I know they're doing some podcast rebroadcast over there too in the morning. There's like a Bitcoin breakfast or something like that, and I think Michael Saylor's on it. And I know there's a way for them to pipe it in from an outside source. I just haven't figured out yet how, because they're getting multiple people interviews and stuff like that are broadcasting. They're getting a whole room full of people watching, but you can tell they're not doing it directly there because they're answering comments that aren't right there too. I just haven't figured out how to do it. They're probably using a soundboard or something like that, but I'd like to find a software way to pipe it in the StreamYard. So, but hey, either way,
I like the fact that it uses the microphone in a separate tab of Brave along with Brave.
Right. That's crazy. You can actually do that. Now, like I said, I think
and then the other thing I was thinking, if you wanted to broadcast an interview, the first time I messed with it, I just put my phone on the table. So it was broadcasting from my phone mic. If you were to hook your phone possibly Bluetooth as the speaker to your computer, would that broadcast to the nest?
Maybe I'd have to play with that, or you could always find a way to just aux cable it in.
Yeah,
possibly. So
Kyle's already confused. It looks like
I see it. Yeah, well, that doesn't take much. He kind of started there, so he'll probably end up that way.
He just got done getting mounted. He's a little out of it.
Yeah, who knows what he's up to? Well, I guess that's a genetic issue when it comes to Kyle. But if you want to learn more about that, be sure to join Lighting for Liberty or any of the random chats.
If the chromosome short, let's just say that.
That could be it. That could be it. Well, hey, we're talking about a giveaway today, right? So what do you think is the format of that? The idea is to get all the people who are already kind of in these communities and sort of know each other or know we're real people that have similar interests, and make it easy when you pop over to Nostr to be able to follow a bunch of folks and actually have your feed full of real people, not just a bunch of Bitcoiners, which I have no problem with Bitcoiners. I like hanging out with Bitcoiners. They're cool, but that's not all I want to see. And that's a lot of people. That's not their thing. So one easy way to port it over there.
And I mean, we can all just talk and circle jerk about Bitcoin. But what made Twitter and Facebook and all these things usable was the wide variety of information there.
Right. Absolutely. We don't want just an echo chamber of the same shit over and over again.
I mean, Facebook came along and started in colleges, but what are college kids talking about? A bunch of different shit.
Yep.
And different shit. And then some more people grow, and it grew like that. You're never going to expand past the limited role of people into Bitcoin unless you start having garden posts on there and dog posts and that type of thing. So having that wide variety of people to just, and people that actually post stuff too.
Absolutely.
Not just
echo chamber shit or reshare articles that I read somewhere.
But real life pictures or what they're doing or projects or podcasts or videos. That it's actually them. It's just not like copy paste from Facebook. I think that really it makes a welcoming atmosphere if someone can go in and hit one button and then figure it out. But they can still go there every day if they want to go once a day, and there's new shit to see. Yeah. Because when I joined, when we were messing around 2 weeks ago, and this kind of Jack's initiative hadn't happened, our stuff hadn't really, we hadn't pushed it very much. We were still learning. I would go there, and 4 hours would go by, and I'd look at it, and there'd be one post, and it was a guy asking a quoting question that I had no idea. Now I go and I open it up, and it's busy, and it's quality. It's a constant
stream of new cool stuff that's going on. That's interesting. Like I can't swipe up one time without seeing something that's kind of cool that I want to respond to.
And it's positive. And then we talked about this. You kind of pointed it out to me, and then I kind of thought about it more. And I saw somebody actually post about it earlier today. Nostr is so positive because you're curating your own feed. You're deciding who you want to follow. And if you want to follow people that are getting stuff done and posting cool pictures of their shit and posting cool videos of their stuff and posting achievements as they're making, that's the stuff you're going to see.
If you don't see a lot of negative Nellies over there right now. You don't see a lot of people bitching and whining.
They could be there. I'm just
honestly, I don't think they're there yet because it's too hard to figure out how to get on Nostr. So people who want to bitch and moan about shit, they don't want to try. They come up with excuses for why not to.
Anyway, you just stop following them, and you don't have the Facebook. I follow all positive people, but we're going to suggest all the fucking bullshit posts to you and not show you the stuff that you really wanted to see.
I haven't followed Elon Musk on Twitter and I don't know how long, but I still see every fucking post he makes. There's lots of people I see other shit on Twitter that I don't follow them. I could block them and I'd still see it because that social media platform decides what I do and don't see. Here, you decide. Like, what was that one guy said the other day? I forget who it was. I wish I could credit him. You are the algorithm.
Right.
Be the algorithm, you know? That's why it's on us too, that when you see something that's cool, boost that shit. When your friend posts something and you want more people to see it, boost that shit. Interact with people. That's what helps keep it showing up there. Well, anyway, though,
show people that their stuff is being seen and appreciated, and they'll put it there more.
Absolutely.
Weird.
And I think the integrated zaps, that helps so fucking much.
Oh, yeah.
Because it makes people feel, it may not be much. I might have just got like 7 cents.
You could take the zaps away from Nostr, and I don't know I haven't dug in enough to understand the metrics if it could be done without that functionality. But and it's just like Float, and it's just like Float was when Float started to develop. When Jack implemented a similar thing in Float, it became really cool because it was still functioning.
Exactly.
But that's why there was no zap, there was no tipping, there was the promise of it, but it's not what made it cool.
No, it's the people there made it what it was.
The people
cool.
And the fact that I'm seeing people that I choose to see.
Right. Exactly.
Why can't I choose to see who I want to see?
You remember how much it fucking sucked? It was about a week ago. I think I saw a memory on Facebook. Those horrible things where they remind you of your past. And it was like from 8 years ago where I was like, well, here, I think I shared it, and maybe it was your group. I'm like, hey, look, it's the beginning of the end right here, where I said, Facebook just fucked everything up. Don't update your app if you haven't already, because I'm about to fucking leave this place. This is horrible. I can't see my most recent shit anymore. It's all this top post crap, which we all know we've been inundated with. You don't actually see things in real time. Your friend posts something, you might see it 3 fucking days later. You'll get a notification of like it just happened, and you never saw it because it got buried. They quit letting you see this. That's what I like about Nostr. It's all the most recent stuff. There is no.
Well, I mean, it's a double-edged sword too, because if you post something, it's buried.
Right. And I'm sure as clients develop, there will be options for other things later on that, right. But right now it's like, I have that choice.
It's not Facebook. It's not Facebook Reels where you post it and 3 days later, all of a sudden it shot up to 1,000 views. You're going to post it. It's going to be seen. And other than people scrolling way back, or if you're the only person that they follow, they're not going to see a lot of your stuff. So direct people to your public key, direct people to your page to check out your shit too, is another great way to have people see your shit.
But you actually do have to be active list of your notes. You're going to have to also be a little bit active if you want your stuff to be seen, and you want more people to see your stuff and follow you, because you can see things that you can optionally go see things from people you don't follow. So if you would like to promote that, just be a couple times a day, pop in and boost an old post something new, just to keep it up towards the top.
Search a hashtag.
See it. Yes, use the hashtags. I know a lot of people kind of sleep on that because that's just annoying in a lot of the other social media shit.
That's how you build. This is how you build a social media network. Is
hashtags are powerful on Nostr. They're very powerful on Nostr. They're almost like groups in a way. You're going to see everything in that hashtag. So
until they get too big, Ryan was asking in our group earlier, in my group, if there's a first, like a quote unquote first with a hashtag, like, and of course there is. Like, I posted hashtag the Loth Project. I'm guessing I was the first one to post it on Twitter or on TikTok.
I'm pretty sure my misspelled meeting of the minds and my season for freedom shit that I post for my crap, nobody was using that before me.
But now you got to think about it on Nostr, where, Grow Nostr now went from 0 to however many fucking times it's been used in the last week. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
And it's quick. And it can go quick. It doesn't get buried in the noise when it's still relatively new.
Exactly. And it's a cool way to be able to curate your feed. If you go, shit, I only want to see stuff about what people are talking about over their coffee this morning, pop in that hashtag coffee chain. There you go. You're going to see all coffee related shit, or all people talking about shit like that. It's useful. And as the platform, I hate saying that platform, as the protocol grows and as the associated platforms that develop on it grow, we're going to see a lot more stuff like that. So anyway, if people want to join in, what we were trying to do to promote this was, obviously the big giveaway we've been talking about all week, but that's just to help get people on board. So we made an account last week live on the air for Lightning for Liberty. And we're sort of using that as a way to curate a feed for people who are interested and just want to plug right into a community. So it's not available on all clients, but I do know on Snort it is. So if you can manage to make it work, it's buggy sometimes, I know. But if you go on the Snort and go to Lightning for Liberty, you can look at who I follow, who follows the account, and any of those options, you've got an option for follow all. So what we've done is the only people that get followed back from the Lightning for Liberty account are people who have said, I want in on this, and made a comment or something, or otherwise we know you're a legit person. So there's no random spammers, no just Bitcoin bros or whatnot on there. It's probably people that you're familiar with, or you may have run into on Telegram or whatnot, or who are just interested in the concept of what we got going on here. So you can pop over and just do that. And to get people involved, and we got quite a few people. I think we're about 45 people now. I don't know how exactly we want to pull it off. I guess I should have pulled up a tool or something for it and punched all these in. But we'd do a drawing.
Oh, I could work on that if you want
Yeah.
to bullshit for a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to do that, if you want to go all the accounts that I followed on Lightning for Liberty, punch those in. We'll do a drawing, and whoever's name comes up gets the pot. So let me see actually where we're at. Let me open my Albi extension over here and find out for the Lightning for Liberty account. Because what we did is both Brian and I, we kicked in 50,000 Satoshis each. And then we opened it up and said, hey, anybody who wants to contribute towards this, we're going to say at least 100K is going to be the prize. But anybody else who wants to throw in, toss it in there. And holy crap, look at that. So another over 16,000 sats were contributed extra by all you guys and other people who read this stuff. So whoever wins, whoever we pull up on this spin, is going to get right now, unless it grows, 116,651 sats towards that, or close to that, somewhere in the neighborhood. So just over about $35 right now, just for participating. So yeah, that's a healthy little prize, and that'll give you a lot of power to sit there and run around on Nostr and zap people. And that's the idea. It's not just we're trying to pay people to come onto the platform or anything like that. We really love this culture of the zapping, and I'd like to see more people get involved with that. You see people get really generous and just share the wealth, and it inspires more people to post. It's just a really cool replacement for a like button that actually has some value behind it, and it's infectious. We have fun with it. And every social media platform I've been on, at some point you end up putting some money into it. If you don't actively, your very presence there is paying that social media company just for their ad revenue. So whether we like it or not, we're funding these things. Well, over here, we're funding each other. We're actively promoting people putting out good content. And I've noticed that. I've had I saw a post earlier from somebody, and he says, I feel like I'm a content creator now. I've made 35 cents today in zaps just for posting stuff. I've never made money on any social platform before. But yeah, like I said, I just do the same shit that I do everywhere else, promoting my own stuff. That's my routine. And even without trying, I'll come out ahead a couple of bucks a day. That adds up.
Well, I've sold more stuff on there just in passing.
I've probably sold as much stuff on Nostr as far as like seasoning and stuff like that now as I've sold off Nostr recently, surprisingly. And I haven't really tried that hard too. I've had people asking about coffee and stuff like that. I've had 2 decent spice sales. Yeah, it's been interesting. Let's see here.
Well, the thing is, it's just being reactive to
it is.
And again, I think it comes down to seeing stuff and being able to interact with the people that you choose to interact with and want to.
Absolutely.
It puts you in the right area to market yourself. You're not fighting against a platform that doesn't want to show you unless you pay.
Well, you have to put your stuff up for sale, Aaron, if you want to sell it. I saw somebody earlier today already asking, when are you going to have rabbit foot keychains for sale on Nostr? When? And you're like, soon. Get it going. Come on. You can't sell it if you don't post it. But that's the thing. If you post it, and you're going to have to realize when you do that too, like we said, what's at the top of the feed is what people are going to see. So you're also going to want to have to be active with it. You're going to want to pay attention. Okay, when are people online and looking? When are people who are interested in my shit online and looking? And kind of think that way, plan it out a little bit, but it's not super hard. I know Brian hasn't sat there all day, every day, and just blasted his shit on Nostr over and over again, and they just got lucky a few times. It's been a pretty good response overall. A couple times a day posting shit. Like what?
You have to have help.
Yes.
The thing is having help in the fact that you have people that are on there at different times than you. They know what you're marketing. They know what you're selling. They know who your ideal customer is, and they pay attention for you and themselves and a few other people. And when I see somebody that's talking seasonings, or I see somebody that has a question about meat, I tagged Josh because Josh
Right.
and I kind of work. And when he saw somebody wanted, thought his coffee mug was cool, he tagged me. And then it's on me to follow up on and
Right.
talk to that person. But build yourself a community of people that know what you have, know what you're willing to sell, know what you have to offer, and make sure you refer them. This is old school BNI stuff. Like
it is.
just
It's you scratch my back, I scratch
a
yours.
networking group.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And you know, the great part about it, Nostr facilitates this a lot in that it makes it super easy to throw in lightning transactions. And we've also got that new kind of cool geek factor to it where everybody's like, oh, now I actually have a way to spend shit in lightning. You know, there hasn't been much of a marketplace out there for it yet. People are excited about this technology. They see they see the potential for it, but we've never had anybody really actively using it. Now we've got a whole group of people who, guess what? If you got a Nostr account and you linked your lightning address, we're all transacting in Nostr, transacting in lightning constantly over Nostr. So here we are. How do I spend this lightning? Well, right here, you know. When's the last time you were on any other social media platform and you were able to just complete a sale in the comments without directing them somewhere else off to your website or something like that?
That's been really nice. And just being able to give someone your lightning address or zap them or just message them a invoice, or I mean, it's just so smooth and
I
so
just
many
post an
different
invoice
ways.
right in a comment. I'll be like, hey, shoot me a private message with your address. We're good to go.
Well, I was doing a transaction the other day and we were having issues with invoices expiring.
Yep.
And so I sent one and I was like, wait, I don't know when this dude's going to be online again. And so I just sent him a message. I was like, hey, try the invoice. If it doesn't work, just send me the same amount of sats to my lightning address and we'll call it good.
Exactly.
And he's like, nope, still good, still worked. I'm like, sweet.
Just pay it there. Or worst case scenario, somebody could just go up to the top of your profile, zap, leave a note. This is for the coffee mug, you know. I'm going to message him the fuck back, you know.
Well, right. And that's another thing that I think maybe we should kind of mention is, I mean, and this is just our philosophy, but we share this kind of attitude towards it. There's a lot of people that want to go and track down everybody that gave them a zap and thank them for the zap.
Which I get.
The zap is the thank you.
Yep.
The zap is you don't give when you give your waiter the tip and they say thank you, you don't say thank you back. When somebody gives you value and it's the tip of the hat to you. Yeah. And as much as you want to reciprocate that is kind of the end.
If somebody hands me a tip while I'm doing something and I'm not actually in that, you know, if my job, I'm selling somebody something and they give me an extra tip, I'm like, well, you don't have to do that. Thank you. That's really all there is to it. But if I go out to eat, I sit down at the table, I'm like, all right, this guy was pretty awesome. So I go ahead and I leave him a tip. I always leave a tip, but you know, either way, maybe I leave a little bit more of a generous tip. I don't have any expectation that the guy's going to come running out of the restaurant when he finds that tip and come thank me. You know, it's just
I mean, that's a better example is leaving it when you leave it on the table in the checkbook, in the card holder, the receipt holder, and you walk away. You leave it on the table.
Yeah.
I would never expect somebody to come up and say, "Oh man, thanks."
Right. I mean, if I ran into him again and I was like, "Oh man, hey, that was a big tip. Thanks so much for that." You know, sure, that's great, but you don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to go and make an extra effort to do it because that tip was their thank you. So don't feel obliged that you have to hunt down everybody who zapped you and go out of your way to return the favor or whatever. Just zap it forward because their expectation is that you're going to take that and you're going to add that back to this circular economy and just help spread the love, you know?
Well, and then that's the caveat there when I say that is, you know, if somebody goes out of their way and sends me a big zap or puts a note, if somebody takes the time to put a note, depending on what it is, yes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
But if somebody zaps you, like if I zap somebody 3 sats instead
feel
of using
obliged
the
to
like
update.
button, if I zap somebody 11 sats instead of using the like button,
Yep.
and they take the time to track me down to thank me for it, if we're not having a conversation regardless, I'm just like, man, like make
if
a
somebody,
post.
if I zap
Make
somebody
a
like,
post instead.
yeah, if I zap somebody like 7 sats or some shit like that, and they actually come to me, they take the time to find me and message me and thank me for it, they're also going to get like zaps on all the rest of their posts because I'm gonna wear them out till they figure out that you don't have to do that, you know.
Well, I mean, there is that too, and I don't mean to lessen the gratitude.
Oh no, it's good to be grateful, but
yeah,
just don't
it's
feel
different.
like that's necessary. It's its own culture, and you'll figure it out a little bit as you go. But yeah.
All right, man. I think I got
ready
this
to roll.
thing.
Hell yeah.
I didn't put us in it.
Oh, you didn't put us in it? Well, that's fine. Good, because I don't want to get it.
All right. Let me see where this goes here.
Let's see here. You do that.
Are we doing this now? Or oh yeah, we're right at about a half, getting up.
Yeah,
to
we may as well go ahead and
do
it. We can wrap up after. Let's see. Let me.
I have to share it.
Going here. Good to go.
We were very prepared.
Totally. Oh, I have to redo that because I've updated my client. So while you're doing that, I should try to get this wallet connect figured out.
I'm sure Aaron Two Sticks Chicks Homestead's going to win this drawing. No doubt about it.
Probably. Is Mike the Philippine Nomad in there? Has he been on Nostr yet?
I did not see the Nomad.
I didn't see him on there, so you might have a chance there, Aaron. Who knows?
I saw quite a few familiar names, quite a few people that post really good content for sure.
Could be
so
James
be sure
or
to
Kyle.
just go and follow all on that if you want to show up and find some new stuff.
Just so people know, while it's sitting here, I never did the Albi Wallet Connect for the Lightning for Liberty on Amethyst, and I'm setting that up right now. So if I can manage to do that while we sit here and bullshit, it's not hard. There's a whole video on it. In fact, hey, look, I've got it. There we go. So
Backdoor Butcher is in the drawing.
Backdoor Butcher is in the drawing. All right, gotcha. All right, so that is ready to go. Let's see here. What was that sats total again? I'm going to load it up as a pre. Where is that at? Let's see here. No, I'm not trying to like my own post. Enough with that fucking weird shit. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. So what are you gonna do? You gonna do one of the spin the wheels, or
I got it loaded
up
right down there.
Here we go. Add to stream. Okay.
Well, you tell me. You tell me when to hit the button.
Hit the button. Let's see who it is. Who do we got? RZ. It's me, RZ. Awesome. Hey, man, congratulations. That is a big old prize. Let me get this all set up here, and we're going to go and zap the old total to him. Let me see if I can find him on the profile really quick here. Dun, dun, dun.
I can't believe I was able to type all those names in that fast.
That was really quick.
Horrible typer.
We should have probably prepped that before, because that was a lot of names. That's probably the biggest drawing we've done. You might have had that many entrants of fake email addresses in your 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Maybe.
I could have been. I had a lot of fakers in that one.
You did, which they screwed themselves, because they could have won a prize.
I do know It's Me RZ is a real person I interact with.
Yes. All right, let's see here. What he learned on Nostr today. All right, well, let's do a custom zap. New sats amount. Let's see if we can actually manage to zap the entire wallet, or if I've got to leave a dust. Let's see. What was mine? Okay. 116751. All right.
What are you using? Albi?
Albi on Amethyst. Yep. Let's see. And adding that as a custom zap amount.
I'm guessing it's going to need you to leave like 1,000 sats for that much.
We're going to find out.
Maybe not.
One click, boom, I just zapped him 116.8 thousand sats in a single click zap. It's off to RZ.
What is that, like $20?
$35.43.
That's not bad.
That's not bad for just signing up. Fuck no. Yep.
Thanks for throwing in, guys. Everybody
awesome.
that contributed. That's pretty crazy that we got another 16 grand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it was probably about 30 that we threw in, and the rest of it was extra contributions, which we didn't really expect that much. We just both said, hey, let's make this a big prize, get people involved. So, but I'd like to see people keep this up. I think we're going to keep that going. As long as you guys want to go over and follow and interact, and you're not just some weird spammer, comment. If I only get on there maybe once or twice a day on that account most of the time, but if I get on there and I see a new face, I usually check when somebody responds, and I go, am I following this person? And I'll follow back. And that's going to be the plan, because it gives you guys an idea of where can I go to find cool people. That's the whole plan behind it. So, and we'll continue to use that account for things like that. If we want to do a drawing, or if we want to do a community fundraising type thing or whatnot, we're going to use that account as the community account for stuff like that. So, hey, congratulations again, RZ. I don't know if you were watching. I don't think you could make it. I remember seeing a comment from a bunch of people that said they couldn't watch the live, but I'll have to go through here and send a little congratulations notice here when we get off the air to him too. Send him a message. But yeah,
for sure.
And we'll put that out there too when we announce this all, and we'll be sure to tag his pub key so you guys can all go follow him, and post some cool shit. Maybe he'll spread some of that.
I think he might have an itchy zap finger after getting 116,000 dropped in. I mean, I know I would.
I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be super stingy with that. So.
I'm withdrawing all of it.
Let's see here. And yep. So that's why it was so easy. That's why and there was no issues at all when it comes to the amounts or fees, because his receipt was an Albi account. So it was just
nice.
Albi to Albi. Perfect.
Nice.
Can't complain about that.
Well, you can.
Well, I mean, you could, but it'd be stupid.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Well, there we go, guys. Hey, I'm sure it's not going to be the last time we do a little giveaway at some point here, but does anybody in the of our two people watching, anybody have any questions that we can answer really quick related to Nostr? I've got another show here in a bit, but we got a little bit of time. I can always upload my shit while old backdoor butcher over there and me sit and chew the fat.
I think maybe next week I'll report back on what I find from Nest this week, and how I thought it went, and if I'll continue using it. I think that's will be a worthwhile thing to bring around. And then any successes or any issues we've been seeing, I'll kind of keep an eye on that. But if you want to think of something that you can talk about too.
Yeah, I've been dabbling, and I don't know how much more time I'll have this week to really get into it. I've been giving myself a headache all day working on trying to set up some node type stuff and relays. Just dicking around on the remote server, see what I can make happen. I've got an idea, and I don't know if it'll work for sure, but I want to set up 1 or 2 private relays. I figured out a way I could set up a Nostr based chat that I can maybe run alongside the Nest, so we could have a text companion to it. Only problem with it right now is there's two ways it can function. Either it could function directly in whoever the hosts is their private messages. So it's one-on-one. It's not really a group function. Or it basically blasts out there as everything you type as a Nostr post with whatever hashtag is included in the script, which is kind of cool, except for if our crew in the morning, if we're all sitting around having coffee and somebody's in there just replying to each other with whatever, we're all posting that as individual Nostr notes. So old James is going to have everybody unfollow him, because it's going to be something bizarre, just there'll be no context. So what I think that will be a really good use case for private relays. Like if there's a private relay set up that this only broadcasts to that relay, and everybody who's in the Nest chat with that open sees that chat on that relay, it's not out there on the rest of the Nostr network. And that's the cool thing about the relays. So I'd also like to set up something at some point that's kind of like a private, you can set up paid relays and stuff, but more of like a private community relay for people in the community that you only get whitelisted and added to it if we know you type thing. So if you just want to filter out all the noise, you just like, I want to go over there. It's the club type thing. You got to be at the in club to be part of it. And, you know, that has utility. So I'm experimenting with those type things if I can figure out how to get them to fucking work.
Maybe you gotta pay the door guy to get into the club too.
Maybe. Well, there are those things too. So what I know we've been telling everybody to get more relays, and I did find some of those relays that are on that list that we were promoting and have still been promoting. It's still a good list. It doesn't hurt you to put them on there. Some of those are paid relays where your stuff's not going to be rebroadcast there unless you've basically paid a small fee to the relay, which helps them keep their server costs, you know, under control. I get it. You want a more quality relay, you can throw a few sats at them, and most of them are pretty reasonable, like 5,000 sats. One's like 13,000 sats. I mean, we're talking a couple of bucks. So, you know, and it's usually a one-time thing. It's not like a subscription. There are a few out there that do subscriptions. If you're not sure, if you go into the relay, it'll all say like WSS and then an address. If you just take it minus the WSS and put it in your browser, up in your browser, you know, where you'd enter a web address, if it has a public facing page to accept payments, it'll come up that way. And then you can go, okay, sure, I want to pay you. You put in what your pub key is, hit that, and then it'll come up with a lightning address. And as long as you pay the lightning address, the script automatically puts your public key in the whitelist on it. So that relay goes, okay, every time I see something from this guy, I'll go ahead and rebroadcast it. So, you know, it's kind of a cool way to get some more premium relays if you run into that. It's definitely not necessary, but it can help your Nostr experience if you want to dick with that. I know the issue people have been having was Snort. Snort just has complete crap list of relays by default. I've been telling people it's not as fancy, but try Iris on the desktop if you are dicking around on the computer. It's smoother. It seems to work a little bit better. And if you go to the settings, like you go to network in the settings, it shows you all your relays. You may not want to be crazy like me and add like 130, but there's like 400 relays in there. And you can just add. There's a whole bunch of suggested relays that are available there. So if you add, I'll tell you, if you add like 100 something relays, your app will probably freak the fuck out and kill YouTube when it goes to load up, because it's doing a lot of communications there. So just be careful with what you do add and don't add, but broaden it out to like 30 or 40 relays maybe, or maybe a couple of good paid relays, and you'll probably see a lot more stuff. It's been my experience so far.
Did you hear the tree fall down?
I didn't know if it was a tree or I figured Corey was moving around or doing something.
No, huge tree.
I heard something.
Timber.
As long as it didn't fall on top of you, you're good.
Yeah, for sure. I was scoping out the length and how far away we were.
I bet you were. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Scoping out that length?
Seeing how long that wood is.
Right. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. We should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, it's about time to wrap it up. And I've got another show coming up here at 6. So if you guys want to pop over and check that out.
Do you have 2 more shows tonight?
What's that?
Do you have 2 more shows tonight?
Just one. Well, I hope I don't have.
You set it up for the wrong time. You set it up for 7, my man.
Really?
I think so.
That's weird. Don't believe so. Should be 7. Well, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. 20 minutes from now, I'm gonna be going live on my show. So it's possible I set it up for the wrong time, but we'll see. Either way, I'm going live at 6 o'clock on my show. So, anyways, we'll see you guys over there. If you guys have any more questions or whatnot, like be sure follow the Lightning for Liberty. It's in the notes here. You can follow the pub key for Lightning for Liberty. Go check it out and come over in the Telegram group if you're on Telegram and join in there. When you do, there's a pin post. You may have to scroll up a couple pin posts to get it, but reply to it with your pub key and with what your interests are and like who you are. And if it's just your pub key, we're not going to do it. But if you actually reply to it with that stuff, we'll add you to that. So if people want to just open up a directory and go, do I want to follow all these people, or do I just want to look for people with like interests? So if you only want to find people who like to raise rabbits, go find all the rabbit people on the Telegram stuff, and you can pretty easily add some people to your feed too. So anyways, you got anything else to add, Brian, at the end? Or
I do not. That sounds like a great place to leave it.
There we go.
We gave away some sats. We
sent old Backwoods Butcher here the link yet for my show. I'll get that to you. Don't worry, we got time. Calm down.
It's Backwoods Butcher. I thought it was Backdoor Butcher.
Well, it's backdoors where he puts the woods, so you know.
Oh, okay.
It all makes sense now. Anyways, guys, all right, we will catch you guys all next week. If you got any questions, hit us over in Telegram or over on Nostr, and we'll do the best we can. All right, talk to y'all later. Have a good one.
All right, night.